She had traveled down this road more times than she was willing to count. Surrounded by forest and wildlife, the long, narrow, dusty road offered a safe route from Tara's home to the grocery store where she worked. Underpaid and overworked, Tara had been there for years with no end in sight. 5, sometimes 6 days a week, Tara made the 45-minute walk to her dead-end job, only to return home to her unemployed husband every night. At 16, Tara left her abusive father into the arms of an abusive boyfriend. His words were unkind, his touch was not gentle, yet without a diploma, Tara was left without many options. He promised her stability and a home, and her fear and naivety let her believe him. On her long walks to and from work, she often thought about the last 10 years and the events that resulted in her broken life. The mistakes, the lies, the desperation, all of it led her to him. Tara hated her husband in a way she never knew was possible. The mere thought of him sent nauseated pangs to the pit of her stomach. When the thought of returning home to his drunken embrace became too much, Tara would fantasize about what she felt was her only escape, his death. An electrical fuse short circuits engulfing the sleeping drunk to ash. An earthquake demolishes the rundown home, crushing all within. He always died of an accident through no fault of her own, and in the end, she would gracefully be whisked away in the embrace of a kind-hearted rescuer. When her journey came to an end, still smiling, she would turn the doorknob to reality and endure the nightmare that awaited inside. Tara had no idea how profound her seemingly harmless fantasies were, but she was destined to find out. On that long stretch of road, damp from the midday showers, Tara walked along the muddied path. She was exceptionally lost in a fantasy involving a hurricane and a sympathetic firefighter, as she tried to ignore the throbbing of her bruised ribs. While she floated in the arms of her fantasized hero, Tara suddenly realized she didn't recognize her surroundings. The road stretched for miles in either direction, and there were no road signs in sight to help pinpoint her location. She pulled out her phone only to see there was no cell phone service. The sun was beginning to pass the tree skyline, and with the dusk, Tara began to panic. He would never believe she had gotten lost, and the last time she was late, she was punished in a way she tried to forget. As she began frantically darting back and forth with her phone in the air, hopeful for a connection, a soft voice called out to her from behind a tree. Tara froze from fear, not knowing what the voice's intent could be. "I've been waiting for you, child," the voice said again. Tara watched as a shadowed figure emerged from the darkness. A crippled, hunched-over elderly woman hobbled towards where Tara remained still. Despite her decrepit and unappealing appearance, the old woman seemed fragile and harmless, and so she decided to speak to her. Hi. My name is Tara. I live off of 70th Street, but I think I made a mistake somewhere on my walk home. I'm kind of lost. Any way you can point me in the right direction?" The elderly woman smiled, exposing the few rotted teeth she had left. "I assure you, child, it is no mistake you are here. You see, you know what you want most in life, but you are unable to obtain it. You came here because I can give you what you desire." The old woman's voice was icy, which caused Tara to shiver. She couldn't justify it to herself, but she felt uneasy in her presence. Confused by the old woman's response, Tara sought an explanation. "I'm sorry, miss, I don't know what you mean." Shrill and raspy, the old woman explained, "I can see inside your heart, child. I hear your pain every day you walk this road. I have listened to the stories you create inside your head to pretend you have a chance at happiness. I can feel your heart.